Miss Legalzi, tell us what happened when you met Angelo Marino that night.
We were in the back of his car. He asked me why I hadn't obeyed his instructions.
And what were those instructions?
To kill Detective John Kelly.
And what was your reply?
I said I was working on it.
And what was Mr. Marino's reaction?
He was infuriated. He said that I was in love with John Kelly.
And was that the truth?
Yes.
What, if anything, did you think Marino would do at that moment?
I was afraid he'd kill me, and then later kill Detective Kelly.
Did you believe Mr. Marino and his bodyguard to be armed?
I knew Tony, his driver, carried a .38 revolver, and Angelo Marino usually carried a .45 caliber automatic in the pouch behind the passenger seat.
Knowing them to be armed, and fearing it was Mr. Marino's intention to kill you, how did you react?
I panicked. I drew my off-duty weapon and I shot both men.
Would it be fair to say that this was a spontaneous act born of panic and fear?
Yes.
As you know, someone else, Alphonse Giardella, confessed to these shootings. In effect, you got away with what you did. What prompted you to come forward?
I couldn't live with myself anymore.
Were you counseled by anyone to come forward?
A priest, Father Jerry Downey.
How did you come into contact with Father Downey?
He's John Kelly's parish priest. I'd asked John if he knew someone I could talk to.
Was giving you the name of his priest John Kelly's only connection with your decision to confess?
Yes. John Kelly never knew about any of this.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Kelsey, you've stated that 6 days elapsed between Angelo Marino's ordering you to kill John Kelly and the time you shot and killed Marino in his driver.
That's right.
During that period, since you were directly disobeying his orders, did it occur to you that the next time you saw Marino, you might be in danger yourself?
I was worried, if that's what you mean.
You knew the task he gave you to do was important to him, and you knew his reputation.
Yes?
When you were summoned to the meeting at which you knew you would have to confront him, do you recall how much notice you were given?
A few hours.
And during those hours, Miss Kelsey, as you anticipated the meeting with a violent and dangerous man who, by your own account, had turned your life upside down and was threatening to destroy it, is it your testimony that you never once considered the act that could solve all your problems? Save the life of the man you loved and extricate yourself from your own personal danger?
I never thought about shooting Marino until I was in the car.
Mr. Kelsey, how could this sense of danger come to you as a sudden revelation? You were an experienced police officer. You had successfully conducted a life of duplicity and secrecy for months on end, as you would for months to come. Was it only during these few hours that your capacity for planning and forethought escaped you?
I'm not pretending my behavior made sense.
I think there's hard logic to your behavior, Miss Kelsey. I think what you did in that car makes the coldest kind of sense.
Is there a question in there, Your Honor?
Miss Kelsey, as someone with considerable professional experience, do you believe that a woman who shot and killed 2 men would receive more favorable treatment if she were to appear to confess voluntarily and with remorse, or if an ex-lover turned her in?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Nothing further than Your Honor.
You may step down, Miss O'Kelsey.